Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Cory with Keller Williams and Utah Dream Properties. Today we're going to talk to you about being competitive in this market using a VA loan as compared to a conventional loan.
Let's get to work. Let's get to work.
Okay everyone, today, first off, I want to make sure everybody understands I'm not a financial person. We're coming to this as what realtors see. So what we've seen, just Rhonda and I, what we've gathered in this market. So there's a perception out there that VA loans aren't either as good or they aren't accepted as often as conventional loans. So I want to talk through a few things to do with that. All right, first today we want to talk about creating the actual offer. So we're talking about VA and conventional. Let's talk through the differences a little bit of what VA and conventional are. And these are just from the perception of a realtor being on both sides of transactions, being on the buying side and the selling side. So first off, a VA loan is allowed to be a 100% loan. You can still put stuff down on it if you want to, but a lot of times it's a benefit to be able to not have to put anything down. So that's a 100% loan, which is a benefit to the client, but it could also be perceived as a negative to the seller, because that's more that the appraiser has to say that the home is worth. So it sometimes can be looked upon as a negative. Whereas on the conventional side, people are going to put down whatever percentage it is, usually 5, 10, 20%, something of that nature, or more sometimes. And as far as the appraiser is concerned, the appraiser actually go out to the property. And when they go out to the property, they're going to be looking for certain things. A VA appraiser might be looking for peeling paint or different things like that. So minimum property requirements, and they're pretty strict on those. So that's what they do. And then on the conventional side, the minimum property requirements are a little bit different. So those are something that has to be weighed out. And then of course, there's a perception out there that the VA loan could be a little bit slower. In other words, the appraiser has a little bit longer to get the appraisal turned in. That's not necessarily always the case, but there are cases where they have a full 10 duty days to turn in the appraisal, and then sometimes they take that. So those are just a few things that, there's a perception out there where if there's two different loans and they were basically all the same or offers, I should say, and they're all the same except for one's a VA and one's a conventional, a lot of times people will pick the conventional over the VA. I'm a proponent of VA. Obviously, I'm a retired military person. And I do understand sometimes it's easier for people to say, hey, I'll take that conventional because they're going to put maybe more down, and then the appraiser might not be quite as stringent when it comes to the minimum property requirements. So what we're saying today is, in order to set that up and make it the strongest possible, there's a few other things we can do, because we can't change what other people are going to do, such as an appraiser or something of that nature. So to make our offer look stronger, when we go put in an offer for a VA person, we want to make sure that we have quicker deadlines, right? So we want to pull those deadlines in as fast as we can. And what we mean by that are your due diligence, your finance and appraisal, any of those kind of things that we can do. We can schedule an inspection immediately. So we talk to our inspectors and we say, hey, we need to be in schedule within a day or two of going under contract. And that helps sometimes. We can say that our earnest money will go hard right after due diligence. So in other words, instead of stretching it further out into the contract, which you can do, we'll have it go hard right after due diligence. So those are just a couple of things that you can do. Obviously, communication is a big deal, right? So we want to have a local lender doing it when it's a VA, if possible, because the local lender is able to be available on, Saturday, Sunday, whatever the case is, and we can have them call the potential or the agent for the seller, talk to them, make sure they communicate really well how qualified they are. All those little touches help out tremendously when it comes to, hey, we're kind of equal, but this person's already talked to me, the agents have talked to me, the lender has talked to me, we've shortened our deadlines, we're making that as strong as possible. So those are just some tips that we'd use to make the VA loan as competitive as possible in this crazy market. Today we talked about using our VA loan as competitive as possible and comparing it a little bit to a conventional loan. Remember, there's ways to do that. We can do that for you. Give us a call anytime you want to. We're here calling, texting, email. We put these videos out every Friday, so please hit the like button. Bree is hard at work putting these out there every week. Look forward to hearing from you.